Hey, it's been quite a while since the last time I made a video of voice commentary, but I really want to do this because I felt like it'd be a fun way to make predictions for the next Mario Kart game. This won't be a simple, ordinary predictions video with music and pictures of tracks and stuff, and it won't simply be 16 random tracks that I select. I'm actually going to go in depth and look at recurring patterns in the 4 recent Mario Kart games, and try to pick what I feel would be the most likely to turn out the remaining tracks. So I won't pick any favorites, but I will pick what I genuinely think will return. So at this point in time, Nintendo's consistency patterns have been a little bit strange. Even though Super Mario Kart and Mario Kart Super Circuit had the most new tracks in them, Nintendo has chosen the least amount of tracks to return from these games out of the first 5 of them. I've recently been picking only 1 or 2 tracks from them in the more recent games. So, there's a lot of consistency faults, so pretty much the conclusion is that Nintendo does not really care about where they're going with Super Mario Kart and Mario Kart Super Circuit tracks. Matter of fact, they're about to run out of Nintendo 64 tracks, and they're still picking more from them in the recent games. And it may be because the Super Mario Kart tracks are kind of repetitive. I mean, there's only 8 different types of tracks there. So, yeah, I think those kind of tracks are going to be sticking around for a while newer games keep getting favored in the new games. So anyway, I've made a list of all remaining retro tracks, so let's check that out. The only things Nintendo has stayed consistent with is that the returning tracks of the same game will not return the same cup, like Toad's Turnpike obviously will not be in the same cup as Royal Raceway, and 8. So, and also in that at least 1 track from every previous game has returned so far. As you can see, Mario Kart 64 only has 1 track left, so that's the obvious place to start. I'm not sure how that's going to work out in future games, if they start repeating Mario Kart 64 tracks, or if they just stop doing them altogether. But our concern is the next game, so we won't be dealing with that. Anyway, I think right off the bat we can add Nintendo 64's Wario Stadium to our list. Now you're probably thinking we have our Wario track, and we do, but we've seen DK's Jungle Parkway and DK Mountain return together before Mario Kart Wii, and even Luigi's Raceway and Luigi's Mansions returned in the same cup in Mario Kart 7. So we won't take all the other Wario tracks out of the picture yet, but they probably won't be added back. Anyway, one pattern I've noticed in recent games is that there's always been a retro snow or ice track and a retro desert track, as well as at least 1 Mario circuit or maybe 2 if Super Mario Kart 1 is added. So I've highlighted all the tracks that apply to this, and we'll put them on hold for a little bit because we're going to need to choose 3 of them overall. So I think the easiest place to go from here to start narrowing down is selecting tracks from the GCN and DS column, so let's take a look at those specifically. They're going to need to pick at least 2 of these tracks, and there's probably going to be more because they're running out of Nintendo 64 tracks. A lot of these tracks are pretty similar to between the DS and GameCube tracks. We have a traffic track, a Bowser's Castle, and a Rainbow Road. So, an obvious Rainbow Road pick at this point would be the Game Boy Advance one to follow the Super Nintendo and Nintendo 64 ones being picked. So let's eliminate all the other Rainbow Roads. Considering we're probably not going to see Wario Coliseum because of 64 Wario Stadium, this leaves just 2 GameCube tracks left to choose from, and both of them have a counterpart DS track, those being Shroom Ridge and Bowser's Castle. It looks like it'll be one or the other because of how limited they are in choosing the tracks from here in the DS and GameCube categories. So I think that today's of picking 2 tracks of the same music ended in Mario Kart DS, so I believe they're also going to need to choose from either Figure 8 Circuit or DS Mario Circuit. And considering that there are plenty of 3DS and Wii U tracks left, I don't see how they'll be in a rush to get rid of those games' Mario circuits. I'll cover why I don't think we'll see the Wii Mario circuit in a second, so I'll pick DS Mario circuit to return and Figure 8 circuit to be eliminated. However, there's still a possibility it could be the other way around, but for our purposes, we're just going to go DS Mario circuit, which would eliminate Figure 8 circuit if it makes it in. This leaves us with 2 DS tracks left to choose from now, and like the GameCube tracks, it's the 3D Bowser's Castle and a traffic course. Personally, I think they're going to try to save the more GameCube tracks for the next century when it's likely that GC and Rainbow Road will be selected, so I think they'll only choose 1 for now. So I'm going to pick GC and Bowser's Castle because that track would have conflict not being in the Lightning Cup with GC and Rainbow Road being in the Lightning Cup next game. This also eliminates DS Bowser's Castle, so I'll pick Shroom Ridge for the other DS slot, and we'll have our traffic course and our 3D Bowser's Castle. I've now eliminated all the other Bowser's Castle and Rainbow Road tracks, as well as the other traffic tracks. The next thing I'd like to discuss are some of the Wii tracks though, and at this point we've eliminated 3 of the Wii Special Cup tracks, and a Special Cup track on Mario Kart Wii still hasn't returned yet, so I think it's about time that they're going to do that. So Dry Dry Ruins is the obvious choice because the other 3 are now eliminated by what we decided earlier. So I'll eliminate all the other desert tracks and put Dry Dry Ruins in. So it may be coincidental, but all Luigi retro tracks have been brought back on a handheld game, so that's why I eliminated Mario Circuit earlier. So I think that I'm not certain that the next game will be on a handheld because there's rumors that the next console will be a handheld and a console on one. But for our purposes, we'll just assume it's a handheld like the last few games would suggest. Anyway, there's only one last Luigi track left to pick, and that would be the Wii version of Luigi Circuit, so that would give us a simple circuit as well as our more advanced circuit being DS Mario Circuit, which has been the way retro circuits have been done in the more recent games, having one simple one and one more advanced one. Like in 8, it's GBA Mario Circuit and Royal Raceway. So this is always a main reason why I felt that DS Mario Circuit would be picked over Figure 8 Circuit, just because it worked so well for Luigi circuits. We have quite a few tracks picked, so let's take a look at how they could possibly be used in cup format. Now that we have a couple of tracks picked, we can start deciding how many tracks from each game would likely return. Considering that for the last 4 games in the series, there has always been one game that had 4 tracks returning in it, so I think there is a high chance that this could happen again. The obvious choice for the game with 4 tracks is Mario Kart 8, since it's most recent and all the tracks from it are still available as options. Considering Mario Kart 7 still has a lot of tracks left too, I think it's safe to assume that there will be about 3 from it. So that gives us a total of 14 tracks, and we still don't have any Super Nintendo tracks out yet, so I think we can say there's likely going to be 1, which gives us 15 with just 1 more to go. So I personally think that the 16th one will also be another Game Boy Advance track, because the SNES and Game Boy Advance tracks have gotten the same treatment except for in Mario Kart 7. However, in Mario Kart 7, the Super Nintendo Rainbow Road returned, and it wasn't the only Super Nintendo track, because Mario Circuit 2 was in it also. This makes me think that Rainbow Roads won't return as the only track from their respective games, so I believe that there will be 2 Super Circuit tracks in this game. This gives us a grand total of 1 Super Nintendo track, 1 Nintendo 64 track, 2 Game Boy Advance tracks, 1 GameCube track, 2 DS tracks, 2 Wii tracks, 3 3DS tracks, 4 Wii U tracks. And because we have 2 Wii tracks, we can eliminate the other Wii tracks from our prediction now. Taking a look at the types of tracks we likely need, I would say we're missing an ice track, some kind of farm or meadow track, a go scene track, 2 beach or water tracks, some kind of other outdoor natural nature type of track, and 2 more abstract concepts. The remaining track at the end can fit in wherever room is, and there's not many left, so it'll probably just have to be a best fit with what we have remaining. Anyway, it's easy to start with the Shell and Lightning Cup because usually tracks in the middle can go either way, whereas the easy and hard tracks are going to be either the Shell or the Lightning. Anyway, because I'm going to need a Wii U track for every cup, a Wii U track will likely take the last slot of the Lightning Cup, and that's mainly because I think Dry Dry Ruins would be a Lightning Cup track too. Personally, I could see Cloud Top Cruise making this game, but because I think it would be where I'm placing Dry Dry Ruins in like the cup format, which would be the first track of the Lightning Cup, I'm going to eliminate Cloud Top Cruise as I have reason to believe Dry Dry Ruins would be in already. This leaves a few Star Cup tracks left to take the spot, and as we're going to need a more difficult water track, I think Dolphin Shoals would be a possible option here. Looking for a simple meadow kind of track, I know there's mainland Daisy Hills and Donut Plains 2. And I doubt they would add Donut Plains 2 after Donut Plains 3 was just in Mario Kart 8, so I'll guess Daisy Hills and place that in the Shell Cup. With that, we can cross Cheap Lagoon off the list, as it would pretty much need to be in the Shell Cup because it is ridiculously easy. This leaves Koopa Beach 1 left for a simple water track, and I think that track would fit well in the Shell Cup, though it eliminates all the other Super Nintendo tracks because we're only looking for one. With all the new eliminations, it seems like Mario Kart 8 Sweet Sweet Canyon would be the strongest potential option to fit into this Shell Cup and keep it diverse, as it's more of an abstract concept compared to a circuit of beach and meadow. So, adding Dolphin Shoals, Daisy Hills, Koopa Beach 1, and Sweet Sweet Canyon brings our total up to 11 now, meaning I'm also almost done. And it also narrows down the selection pool quite a bit, and with a complete Shell and Lightning Cup, it gets rid of some of the easiest and most difficult remaining tracks as well. So here's a look at the remaining options. At this point, we need both a 3DS and Wii U track in the Banana and Leaf Cups, and an additional GBA track in the Banana Cup. Rock Mountain seems to be the best choice remaining for the Banana Cup, and Twisted Mansion would probably provide a nice ghost track. Resilient as Ice World would fit in the Leaf Cup as the ice track, and for the other Leaf track, it looks like it could be either Sunshine Airport or Electrodrome. However, I'll pick Electrodrome simply because the third slot of the Leaf Cup is still open and the first is not. The last spot goes to a GBA track in the Banana Cup, and it looks like GBA Cheeseland fit this spot relatively well, so that'll be my last guess. So here's a list of my final guesses. I've also made a likelihood chart for all 72 remaining tracks, so if you want to check that out, I've put a link in the description. Anyway, thanks for watching, and thanks for getting through my horrible video editing skills.